In that hour the disciples came to Jesus and said, "Who guessest thou is greater in the kingdom of heavens?" And Jesus called a little child and put him in the middle of them and said, "I say truth to you, but ye be turned and be made as little children. Ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heavens. Therefore, whoever maketh him as this little child, he is greater in the kingdom of heavens. And he that receiveth one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso causeth to stumble one of these small that believe in me, it speedeth to him that a millstone of asses be hanged in his neck, and he be drenched or drowned in the deepness of the sea. Woe to the world for causes of stumbling, for it is needed that causes of stumbling come. Nevertheless, woe to that man by whom a cause of stumbling cometh. And if thine hand or thy foot cause thee to stumble, cut it off and cast it away from thee. It is better to thee to enter to life feeble, either crooked, than having twain hands or 2 feet to be sent into everlasting fire. And if thine eye cause thee to stumble, pull it out and cast it away from thee. It is better to thee with one eye to enter into life, than having twain eyes to be sent into the fire of hell. See ye that ye despise not one of these little, for I say to you, that the angels of them in heavens see evermore the face of my Father that is in heavens. For man's Son came to save that thing that perished. What seemeth to you? If there were to a man 100 sheep, and one of them hath erred, whether he shall not leave 99 in desert, and shall go to seek that erred. And if it fall that he find it, truly I say to you, that he shall have joy thereof, more than on 99 that erred not. So it is not the will of your Father that is in heavens, that one of these little perish. But if thy brother sinneth against thee, go thou and reprove him, betwixt thee and him alone. If he heareth thee, thou hast won thy brother. And if he heareth thee not, take with thee one of twain, that every word stand in the mouth of twain or 3 witnesses. And if he heareth not them, say thou to the church. But if he heareth not the church, be he as a heathen and a publican to thee. I say to you truly, whatever things ye bind on earth, those shall be bound also in heaven. And whatever things ye unbind on earth, those shall be unbound also in heaven. Again I say to you, that if twain of you consent on earth of everything whatever they ask, it shall be done to them of my Father that is in heavens. For where twain or 3 be gathered in my name, there I am in the middle of them. Then Peter came to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I shall forgive him? Whether till 7 times? Jesus saith to him, I say not to thee till 7 times, but till 70 times 7 times. Therefore the kingdom of heavens is likened to a king that would reckon with his servants. And when he began to reckon, one that owed to him 10,000 talents was brought to him. And when he had not whereof to yield, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all things that he had, and to be paid. But that servant fell down and prayed him, and said, Have patience in me, and I shall yield to thee all things. And the Lord had mercy on that servant, and suffered him to go, and forgave him the debt. But that servant went out, and found one of his even servants, that owed him 100 pence. And he held him, and strangled him, and said, Yield that thou owest. And his even servant fell down. And prayed him, and said, Have patience in me, and I shall requite all things to thee. But he would not, but went out, and put him into prison, till he paid all the debt. And his even servants, seeing the things that were done, sorrowed greatly. And they came and told to their Lord all the things that were done. Then his Lord called him and said to him, Wicked servant, I forgave to thee all the debt, for thou prayest me. Therefore, whether it behoove not also thee to have mercy on thine even servant, as I had mercy on thee? And his Lord was wroth, and took him to tormentors, till he paid all the debt. So my Father of heaven shall do to you, if ye forgive not every man to his brother of your hearts.